This is Top Accolade African News. I am Abiodun Mohamed. Democratic Republic of Congo's President Felix Tshisekedi will serve as a facilitator for the political transition process in Chad, Central Africa's main regional body said on Tuesday. The Economic Community of Central African States (CEEAC) held an emergency summit in Kinshasa on Tuesday to discuss the situation in Chad, after about 50 people were killed in protest last week against military leader Mahamat Idriss Deby. Chad has been in political turmoil since the April 2021 battlefield death of longtime ruler Idriss Deby, after which his son, Mahamat Idriss Deby, seized power. Deby has said he will organize elections in 2024, reneging on an initial promise to hand over power after 18 months. Opposition parties and civil society groups have been calling for protests to demand a quicker return to democracy, including the demonstrations last week that led to clashes. The European Union said on Tuesday it had lifted sanctions on 3 officials from Burundi, including the Prime Minister, as it engages in ongoing dialogue with authorities about improving the country's human rights record. Those freed from sanctions were Gervais Dirakobuka, Burundi's Prime Minister who assumed office last month, Godefroid Bizimana, a senior advisor in the president's office, and Leonard Gedakumana, a former senior military official. In 2015, the EU imposed travel bans and froze assets of several Burundian officials after accusing them of engaging in activities undermining democracy ahead of the disputed re-election that year of then-President Pierre Nkurunziza. Nkurunziza died in 2020 and was replaced by President Evariste Ndayishimiye. The EU in a statement said it will still dialogue with Burundian authorities on improving governance and rule of law. The U.S. State Department on Tuesday authorized the departure of non-emergency U.S. government employees and their families from Nigeria due to a heightened risk of terrorist attacks in the country. The latest travel update comes after the United States and the United Kingdom warned on Sunday of a possible terrorist attack in the capital Abuja, especially aimed at government buildings, places of worship, and schools, among other targets. Nigeria's Department of State Services said the United States had previously issued similar warnings and urged citizens to remain alert. Insecurity, which is rife across most Nigerian states, is a major issue among voters who will choose a new president next February. Côte d'Ivoire has started construction of its first biomass-fired power generation plant, a 46-megawatt project backed by France's EDF. The plant will cost over 200 million euros and is expected to be operational in 3 years, Raphael Rouat, managing director of BioVia Energy, told pressmen. BioVia is owned by EDF, Côte d'Ivoire's agro-industrial group CIFCA, and French firm Meridiam. The project is being financed by Propaco and the Emerging Africa Infrastructure Fund. The plant includes 223-megawatt turbines that will run on around 520,000 tons of palm oil waste bought from farmers in Ayebo, about 100 kilometers east of Abidjan. The partners have said that the project could boost revenues of nearly 12,000 farmers by around 20% annually. That is the size of Top Accolade African News. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy midweek.